And I'll call this meeting of the Englewood Environmental Foundation to order. Lorraine, would you mind taking the roll call?
Director DeAndrea.
Present.
Director Lowe. Director Underhill.
Present.
All right. Did I say the date and time? I don't think I did. So it's February 5th, 2021, and it is now 2:33 p.m. Let's see, so we just have one item on the agenda today. Well, I guess we'll do minutes first. So did anybody have any? Christina, did you have any comments on the minutes?
Nope.
Okay, I did review them as well. So I'll make a motion to approve those.
I'll second.
All right, thank you. And all those in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Thank you. All right, and then here's Director Lowe. Hi, Jackie.
Hello, both Alex and I used the Teams invite. So
Okay.
he's joining us
Okay.
shortly. Yeah.
Okay. Here he comes. So we'll note that Director Jackie Lowe is now on the call, as well as the City Attorney Alex Dorotek. So we just approved the minutes for our previous meeting, and we're going to go to our first item of new business, which is talking about the RTD elevator. This is on the exterior of the Civic Center, so it actually goes between kind of where the area, our kind of amphitheater area, up to the platform where the light rail is. So our facilities project manager, John Donikowski, will give an overview of the work that we're undertaking.
Good afternoon, everybody. So RTD elevator is about 21 years old, and we've had in the last year about a half dozen or so service calls from anywhere from the cab elevator malfunctioning, the doors malfunctioning. Just there's lots of things that have been challenging with the existing elevator as is. And then we had a few events last fall which had to in which we had to bring in the elevator contractor to do some repairs and some replacements, if for lack of better words, band-aids, if you will. So there was an occasion at the end of last year, I believe it was the weekend after Christmas, where a transient was stuck in the elevator, so emergency services had to be called out. And long story short, the emergency services had to force open the elevator doors, in which damaged the existing components that were already compromised, thus leaving the elevator unresponsive indefinitely. So I got some proposals together, anywhere from the modernization, which I'm trying to get approved today, all the way to just piecemealing the parts. And what I concluded was it was not cost effective to replace the individual parts in question, but to do a full modernization, just because of the status of the elevator, the age of it. It's an outdoor elevator, so all the components with Mother Nature have been impacted over the last 20 years or so, however old the elevator is. So that's why I've brought this proposal to the board for consideration, so we can get it updated and back up and running.
So John, it's currently down, is that correct? And it won't be operable until we do these improvements.
Yes, that's correct. And I have received a few phone calls from residents that have been somewhat frustrated that it has been down and it has been an issue. So I've made provisions, I've put signage out, stating that there are alternative routes for handicap personnel that need to get up and down the platform. So we've put some signage around the Civic Center RTD area, kind of to direct traffic, as well as a link for bus stations. And I have coordinated these efforts through RTD. One of the individuals, I believe he does sit on the ADA board, if I'm not mistaken. So he's been a great asset as far as from this point forward, since we have it down. So there was a couple suggestions that he had moving forward that we've made and put in place.
Yeah, so if you're familiar with the site, if the Civic Center isn't open, which they could use those elevators to get up to our second floor within the building, let's say the building is closed, they would have to go up all the way by Tokyo Joe's if you're in a wheelchair, go out to the sidewalk along Hampton, cross across the upper level of the parking garage to get to the upper ramp for the light rail station. So while it's doable, it's certainly not an easy or a shortcut or a short route to get up there.
So John, we went out to bid for this and received only one bid back. Is that correct?
That's correct. And what I did is we do have, the company is ThyssenKrupp, which they are the manufacturer of the elevator. They supplied me with information showing that materials are less expensive than an outside vendor would be. Substantial. Some components are upwards to, I believe I saw 20 to 40% less than if we were to bring in an outside vendor who is not manufacturer specific. So I think I've done my due diligence with getting these proposals together, exploring all and any options. And I think this modernization proposal is a lot more cost effective than, as I mentioned before, putting, piecemealing it together. I mean, I think I did a quick analysis and it was, anywhere from like a $50,000 to $80,000 cost savings to do it this way rather than replace components and awaiting them to fail and just keep this cycle ongoing. So that's how I've determined this solution moving forward.
It makes sense. Yeah, I would agree to do what you're doing, the modernization of the elevator. They're not cheap. People don't realize that elevators are really expensive. So this hopefully buys us another 20 years, hopefully, by doing that versus piecemealing for another year or two and then still having to go this route long term.
Yes, it's definitely, I mean, the benefits of this modernization are, increased durability and reliability. It improves the fire and safety features of it. It decreases the waiting time for individuals using the elevator, and just overall energy consumption, reduce costs, and just downtime and troubleshooting, because the components, especially the control module for the specific unit, is in the next couple years actually is becoming obsolete. It's just, in with the old, out with the old, in with the new, per se. Is what ThyssenKrupp has explained to me. So that's why I'm recommending this.
And what was the timeline again, John?
Oh, the
For
timeline,
repairs?
if I were to take all of the top ends of lead times, we're looking at about 4.5 months from start to finish. So starting, a couple of weeks for the contract type of solution, getting the contract executed, and then surveying of materials, and then fabrication time is quite a lead time. That's 8 to 10 weeks, and then another 1.5 months for actual construction. Now I have asked them of potentially expediting the labor as we were to have them repair it. And I didn't see any value in it because I think it would buy us a week, maybe 2 weeks, if we were to do a 60-hour week opposed to a 40-hour week, so on and so forth. So I didn't see any value in that, adding another $10,000 or $20,000 to the proposal. So it's very unfortunate, but I think at the end of the day, if we end up deciding to do this, I think this would be the best solution for the city moving forward.
Are they able to get the elevator working temporarily while the paperwork's in process before the repairs are done? No.
No, it's unresponsive.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, unfortunately. And again, I've gone the routes with, having conversations with RTD, individuals that are very familiar with outdoor elevators. They have approximately 150 in their system. Some are similar to this. Some stations have like 3 to 4 exterior elevators, which are not really necessary, but they have them anyway. So if we do end up doing this modernization, I'm going to visit similar sites with this type of system just to see if they've done anything different than what we have out at Inglewood Station there, just to see if there's anything we can do to alleviate the aging and the elements, because you're exactly right. These elevators are crazy expensive, especially these exterior systems.
Any further questions? Otherwise, I'll make a motion to approve the contract or approve the expenditure for this work, with the understanding that this will come back to council, I believe, at their March 1st agenda.
I'll second that.
All right, thank you. And Lorraine, can you please call the roll, please?
Director DeAndrea,
Yes.
Director Underhill,
Yes.
Director Lowe,
I don't think Director Lowe can vote yet if Sean
Okay.
hasn't appointed her. Yeah, so
Okay.
it's just Christine and I, but thank you for participating, Jackie, just to start to get some background. All right, thank you. So that passes 2-0. And that was all the business we had on the agenda. Does anyone have anything else to bring up?
I do not.
Okay. All right. So I will adjourn the meeting at 2:45 p.m. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a nice weekend.
Yes, everyone have a nice weekend, and good job today on this meeting. I feel good about this one.
Good.
Thanks, Alex.
Thank you all.
Talk to you later.